Hey everybody, it's me, Hetty, and what am I going to show you how to make today? Well, you probably already saw the title. A long time ago I did show you how to make cream of anything soup, and you can use that as a base for cream of mushroom soup as well. But that's a really poor quality video, it's really old. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you how I make cream of mushroom just start to finish from scratch. Okay, so I'm starting off. I've got about, I don't know, 4.5 tablespoons of butter. I kind of just eyeballed it. This soup is extremely forgiving. Okay, when this melts, I'll be right back. Oh, also, as y'all know, I added about 1.5 teaspoons of oil in right then. We've talked about that a lot. It helps the butter to not burn while we're sauteing our onions. And as they are very finely minced, I've got one large onion very finely minced. I've got several ingredients to go over with you. So I guess while this is melting, instead of cutting away, I'll just do that. Okay, showed you the onion. You saw the garlic on my plate. I've got about 5 cloves worth of garlic. I've got approximately 1/3 cup of flour for later. That's not right now. And I've got 24 ounces, so I guess about 1.5 pounds. I just looked at the package. That's how I know. This is not something I always, you don't have to be exact in the measuring. Okay, so that's mostly it. Salt and pepper. I'm probably going to shake a little ground thyme. That's all I have. I don't even have any dried right now. Y'all know with everything's going on, things get away from me too, just like they do everybody else. So anyway, all right, that melted pretty quick. Throwing my onions in, and I'm going to saute these up to about, I don't know, 5 minutes. Now, as usual, I want to hear I'm working around the tripod, as you know. I want to talk to you about the garlic. Now, you would get these to going. I'm actually going to cut this fire down a little bit. I just was trying to get the butter melted, so I'm cutting this down to about, I don't know, on the low side of medium. I'm not trying to burn them. Remember, they're minced. If you like big hunks in your cream mushroom, but that's not the classic cream mushroom. You do minced, and then they'll kind of disappear down into the soup. So anyway, I'm going to come back when these have gone for about 5 minutes, okay? I'll bring you back. I always do, don't I? Alrighty, let's take a look here. I covered them to help them sweat a little better. And remember, as I'm cooking the mushrooms, these onions are going to continue to cook, but I did want them to get a head start. And then, of course, we're going to simmer our soup for a while before we add the cream or anything. Now, I'm using heavy cream. You can use half and half. If you like a thicker soup, you'll want to use heavy cream. And I also have about 1/4 of, this is a mix of Bedouin bouillon and also some of my chicken stock that y'all know. We've talked about that before when I showed you how to do stovetop chicken and how I saved that broth and put it in the freezer. All right, this has been about 5 minutes. Of course, they're not where I want them to be, but if it wants to get off of the plate, get in there with your friends. And this is my oven roasted garlic that I use. Guess what? I was just out of frozen sauteed, and I didn't even have any caramelized. So this is why I'm using fresh. But y'all know, as a time saver during the week, I would, in a heartbeat, I would have used my already sauteed off and frozen onions. But I was out. I'm going to have to just sit down. I've got a whole 1.5 bags. I need to sit down and just do the whole thing. And I've shown y'all how I do that. It's another one of my videos. If you want to, I'll put a link, I don't know, up here somewhere, to my caramelized onions. It's a really fast prep tip. I hadn't had a chance to sit down and just answer comments, but I did get a comment. Was it Sarah? Was it you? It might have been you. Would I do some recipes? I think I have some playlists. I do have a bunch of really fast but amazingly tasty weeknight suppers for a busy family. I know, because it's what I did for my children when they were all in school and it was all crazy and all that stuff. All right, so since my garlic is already cooked, I'm going to go to this point and I'm actually going to go ahead and add in my mushrooms. Now I'm eventually going to transfer this to a stock pot or something, soup pan, whatever. I'm gonna saute in here. So now I also want to sweat these mushrooms. So I'm gonna cover the pan with a lid. Now, you know, if you ever have a pan that you're doing this and it doesn't have a lid, just get you a piece of foil and lay over it. I'll bring y'all back for an update and I'll tell you about how long this took. So I'm not doing a saute temp right now. I'm about to cut this down just a hair. Not bad, on a very low medium. Still medium, but very, very low. I think I've gone over, let's see, I hadn't put the thyme in yet. So I have the butter, a little bit of oil, the minced onions, the mushrooms, the garlic. I've shown you all that. I showed you the flour. Let's see. I showed you the chicken stock. And then, of course, I'm saving a cup or a cup and a half of heavy cream at the end. And I always have a little more stock if I need to thin it back down. And so, like I said, I don't have any dried thyme. I am going to shake a little ground. The ground, of course, will be stronger than the dried. So you want to, I would make that to a taste item. I don't have any, even dehydrated, I looked, I don't even have any of my own thyme that I grew in my little herb garden. Another optional thing, you can throw about a half cup of dry white or dry red wine if you so desire. I could, but I'm not. I think I have some in there, but I don't know. I don't see the need to open a bottle just for that. So I'm not going to do it, but you most certainly can. It's definitely yummy, 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 and I do it quite a bit. It's been about 3 or 4 minutes, not long at all, but I am showing you, it looks like it's going to be too dry for all of this, but it's not. The mushrooms absorbing, but as they cook, they're going to start releasing their water, which is, you know, amazing flavor as well. So I'm just giving it a quick stir, and I thought I'd give you an update. We'll come back pretty quick, and I'm sorry I didn't mean to do that. So it's been about 3 minutes, and I want you to see it is starting. See how wet it's starting to look? You saw how dry it was looking a moment ago, and I haven't added anything else. I do like to put the lid on. It helps them sweat a little quicker and speeds it up just a little bit. All right, see, I remember to not bang it. I just do that out of habit though. I'm sorry. I'm about to put the lid back on, and it's gonna go for about another 3 or 4 minutes. I'll update you. It's been about 4 more minutes, and I'm just gonna give this a good little stir. And I'm going to go about 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to transfer to a stock pot so we can go on with the next step. But there's something I am going to do before I transfer it, if I can reach it. I'm coming in, these are liquid enough and they're getting done enough. I'm going to come in, I'm going to sprinkle my flour just right over the top. All right. And now, I'm still going to cook this off, I don't know, about 3 or 4 more minutes. Get that raw flour taste out. I'm not going to bore you incorporating every piece of this flour. Obviously, I'm going to stir it till I don't see the white part of the flour. Okay, when it's time, I'll bring you back. It's been a couple of minutes, and as you can see, it looks like a big pasty mess. But it won't be by the time I get ready to transfer it in just a minute to another pot. Okay, a little bit of time has passed, and what I'm going to do here is, you see these brown bits on the bottom? I do want you to just loosen that in, so I'm going to go back in with about, I don't know, a cup-ish worth of the stock. I'm going to let this go for about a minute or 2. That'll loosen that good stuff up off the bottom. Not going to hurt a thing to have that liquid in the pot. You know, a lot of people say that. Now, like I said, I've only got ground thyme, so I'm going to just come in, not putting much. just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, we'll come back. Like I said, it's been a couple minutes and I'm coming in, I'm gonna show you. You see all that? It came right up. That little bit of liquid, that's all flavor. You don't wanna leave it behind. We've talked about that before. But anyway, I'm gonna scrape this together and I'm gonna transfer pots and then we'll continue. All right, as you can see, I have transferred it to this is a 3-quart pan, so I know my soup will fit in here. You know, you can always double this recipe, and you can also add as many mushrooms as you want. But getting back to this, see, I'm trying to be good about blabbing, y'all. I'm probably making a big mess. Yes, everybody, I know my stove is dirty. As y'all know, I'm not up to par. I'm working on it. Just trying to get in here and rattle those pots and pans, as my daddy would say. They love Big Joe Turner. Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. We grew up listening to that music. They loved it. No, they just loved all kinds of music, but they particularly loved Big Joe Turner. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up to a boil, then I'm gonna bring it down to a simmer. And y'all, that's almost gonna be it. I'm gonna simmer it for a while till the mushrooms are to my liking. And remember, they sauteed for a while, so this is not gonna be long. I've got my heavy cream in reserve. I've got pepper, but I'm gonna taste it before I salt because of my stock, which I don't overly salt. But it's got a little better bouillon in there, or tones, I can't remember. But that has sodium too, so I'm gonna taste it. I'm definitely gonna add some salt. I just don't remember. I've told y'all a zillion trillion times. You can put it in, but you can't take it out, can you? When this comes to a boil, I'm gonna cut it down, but I'll show you. Be back. Alrighty, it just came up to a boil. So now I'm gonna cut it down to a low simmer. I'm gonna let it go for about 5 minutes like this, and then we're gonna come back in, add the cream. I might shake a little more time in there. I'm gonna add pepper, and then I'll taste for salt. But look at that. I want you to see, I don't know if you can tell, I don't know if the camera actually shows it, but it has thickened up beautifully, and we haven't even added the cream. Look at that. It's gorgeous, y'all. Smells so good. I'll bring you back when I'm adding in the cream. It's been on a very slow simmer. Oh, not too long. So everything's about done, and we're putting the finishing touches on this yum, 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 yummy cream mushroom soup. In goes our cream. Give it a good stir. I splashed up on there, didn't I? Nice. Cream mushroom soup is very forgiving. There isn't one ingredient that I've told you that is exact. It's good for a base, but it's not exact. Now I'm coming in. I'm gonna add some pepper. And use that to start. Give this another little stir. Oh wow, nice. And now I'm going to continue to just let this, I want to heat that cream all the way through. It's pretty hot. It won't take long, just a few minutes. Probably no longer than 3 or 4, really. And off camera, I'm going to taste for salt. I'll let you know if I do put any in. I've just cut the fire off, or I'm doing it right now. It's only been about 3 minutes. It's nice and hot. It is amazing. I tasted it. I did add less than, in my case, but remember I was using a lot of my homemade chicken stock. So again, you'll have to just taste it for salt, for your liking. And, same with the pepper, of course. But y'all, would y'all look at this? It is just the right consistency that I like. You can practice with that to get it. You don't want it overly thick, but you don't want it too runny, but this is Hope the camera's picking up just how thick and nice this is. It's just right. And we're having this for supper tonight, along with a nice salad and a piece of crusty garlic bread that I made, and it's in the freezer. It's actual garlic bread. I think you'll like this if you try it, and I hope you will try it. And let me know, do you like cream of mushroom soup? Have you ever made it before? Do you just open a can? Hey look, I'm not above opening a can of cream of mushroom condensed soup. I've always told y'all, pick your battles. But if you have the time and you love cream of mushroom soup, this is your recipe. As always, I thank y'all for watching. And if you did enjoy this content, please hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel so I can keep making more videos for y'all. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Mwah.